When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Joey Royale's Pizza Party. Ciao, paisans. Oh my God, what is going on in the world? Who cares? For the next hour, actually 56 minutes, you are in Spaghetti Land, and all that stuff is away. I have missed the friggin' heck out of all of you. Let me take a look. We're looking pale. We haven't been outside. It's been cold. It's been dark. It's been handsome. Ooh, sounds like my Valentine's. How you been, pals? I've been thinking about you lately. Ooh, this episode, boom! It's gonna give you a jolt of energy. It's giving me a jolt of energy. I'm climbing out of a deep, dark pit of despair. I burned out. I burned out. I didn't do January. Elena's like, hey, when's the next pizza party? And I said, oh, I don't know. I'm really going through a lot right now. Maybe March, maybe April. I'm burned out. And she said, listen, you son of a gun. You put your mask on. You get down to that basement and you stop being that way. We need this. I need this. You need this. We all need this. We all need to come together right now. Don't let the bastards win. Let's have ourselves a pizza party to end all pizza parties. Although it won't end all pizza parties because I already got the next one planned. I'm back. I'm punching my way. We're going to go nuts, all right? We're going way back. This is like the Boomerang episode because all these kids have been on here before and I love them. They've inspired me. They got me talking fast now. I'm back in the throne down here in the Mozzarella Mausoleum. I got Zog. I got Yoder. I got Wolf Manzella. I got the Neon Lord. I don't got Dr. Metal because he's a great dad and he's taking his kid to the scouts over there. Ow! And I got Elena on the ones and twos. So everything is going to be okay. Strap on because you're going to be covered in marinara by the end of this episode. Woo! Baby, we are cooking with not vegetable oil, olive extra, EVOO. We got Wolf on tonight, so we got the good stuff here. Let's talk about some things. Crypto Cool. Oh, there's so much. It's the back of Kit, the zine month, the Kickstarter. Everybody's doing great stuff. I feel like there's electricity right now with all the stuff going on. And finally, I'm seeing it. These back of Kits and Kickstarters that are back focusing on the independent publishers. Hey, listen, big companies do whatever the heck you want, but don't step on us who are trying to make a couple of extra bucks for sandwiches in the crowdfunding. We actually need it. So support the indie creators that are out there because they're the ones doing the cool stuff. For example, let's take a look at some stuff I got lately. Here we go. One of my good friends. I love this guy so much. All right? My friend Eon at You Can Breathe Now. Look up You Can Breathe Now. He's all over with that. You Can Breathe Now games. He is my favorite stippler. I am always seated to this next to this guy at cons, and I just am amazed. He's got this beautiful little pen, this fine point pen, and he's stippling these beautiful things. Just Another Goblin Cave. This one's my favorite here. Well, I don't know. I'm torn between these two. Something Sinister and Candle Wax Cabin. They got wax babies. Woo! That's weird. And then here's another one. Anything with a convent. Hey, I'm your guys. Ex-altar boy. The Buried Convent of the Headless Saint. Great stuff from Eon. I'm excited. I'm going to TotalCon this weekend in Marlborough, Massachusetts. And I'm going to check in on him and the Arcane guys, the Arcane Sword crew, the Hive Scum crew. They're all going to be there. And I've been collecting his original artwork that he sells for way too cheap. So check out my buddy Eon Fontesme and You Can Breathe Now games. Love that stuff. This one goes out. This one's dedicated to both Michael Curtis and Wolf Manzella. I found this one at the Book Barn the other day, and after I finish, what is it called? I'm reading some book. Well, I got to remember The Troop. I'm reading The Troop right now. Of some horror book about I just started about somebody with insatiable hunger and a Boy Scout camp in the woods, and it's pretty good. But after that, I'm going to be reading the first werewolf novel ever made, The Werewolf of Paris, by Guy Endore. And I think, yeah, that's how you say Endor, right, with the Ewoks. So I'm going to check this out and report back next episode. And I love to get Mike Curtis's take on that. Mike Curtis, I love you. Thank you so much for being the gas in my tank. Here's something we haven't done in a while: an action figure. All right. Also, in honor of Wolf Manzella and the other guys too, because they're all 80s kids. This guy doesn't get enough love. You see what I'm doing over here? Oh, you see it? Who's that? Oh, there he is. Hey, Grizzlaw! Look at you, you crazy son of a gun! I love the haircut. Look, it looks like he's been sleeping. Everything's matted, and I gotta pop him up. Put a little Pinot talcum powder on him because he smells like a basement. Well, how cool is he? I went nuts when the Horde came out. I'm all for that. You know, the He-Man and like the original stuff is great, but the Horde spoke to me because they're monsters, and they're even worse than Skeletor. Hordak, love that guy. Leechman, one of my favorites. But right here, Grizzlaw, mine never felt the dreaded touch of the slime pit. Like him and Mossman, they even have him on the instructions. Don't put this guy in the slime pit. It would be a mess. You'd have to shampoo him up like a dog. So, the classics for me, baby. I love all the stuff they're coming out so everybody can relive their childhood in this. But when it comes to these guys, this is my guy. He also, I didn't realize till later on, he also came in a black variant. Yeah, it was all black and the fur was a little bit different, I think. But I love this armband right there. Reminds me of the Misfits. That's cool. So there's Grizzlaw. I've been taking him around, putting him on my desk at work and yelling at him when things get tough. He listens. And bada bing, bada boom. I don't know if I may have shared this before. I told you I was going through a dark times, but what always made me put a smile on my face and said, let them all go to hell. Right here, baby. I love this album. The Viagra Boys. I cannot get enough of the Viagra Boys. They just tell it like it is. Healthy sarcasm, making fun of toxic masculinity. The guy comes out on stage. He's got the Adidas pants. He's got the gut hanging out with his little Coke dealer glasses from 1996. I love them. They're great. And they're talented son of a guns, too. So I highly recommend this album, The Viagra Boys, with one of my favorite songs of all time, Punk Rock Loser. Not a miss on that whole album. Great stuff. What else do I got over here? Hey, let's go take it live from Fairhaven. We got some new things coming out over here. Hey, got to toot my own horn for a little bit. The kids need ice cream. Restocked recently. Only a couple left. Captain Midnight and the Satellite Dead. We were right before in the green room. We were talking about Max Headroom's single interruptions. And I remember my uncle stealing the free HBO. It's all about that. That's a great one. Here's a new take on the Fairhaven zine. This is a little experiment called Vorb magazine. It's just like the rest of the zines, but I change it up. My good friend, one of my favorite people in the world, the greatest wizard that ever lived, Wayne Snyder, sent me some old Fate magazines from the 70s about the supernatural, and I kind of stole that layout. And there's some cool stuff in here, including new character classes, including or new programming focuses, including animal advocacy, the not-so-secret secret society member, cryptozoology, and for you real weirdos, we've expanded to public radio host as an associate of the station. So for you complete nerds, I got some good stuff for you. Here is something I'm also going to show because I love these guys, and I'm part of it. The Sewer Rat Zine. I think, I don't know if Bry's had any copies left, but I got a couple copies left of this compilation. Hambone, the guys from Don't Tell Mom and Dad, Levi, the Neon Lords, and, of course, Tiger Wizard with the art and some stuff. That's a great one. And then I got these guys with the Mystic Punks. Woo, stand-up gents. I love those guys. That'll be coming out soon. They've wrote a wave of mutilation as they tried to get their book out, but it's coming. And it's going to be wonderful, and we'll have them on soon. Here's something else I just ordered from Drive-Thru RPG. This, boom, punched me right in the jaw. I had nothing to do with this, but the members of the Get Haunted Industries Discord, a very beautiful, supportive, healthy Discord that I'm a part of, came up with this. This is Test Patterns. Amazing. The WHPA Annual Program Guide. This thing is fat. It's thick. Ooh, baby, and does it bounce? This thing, look how thick this thing is. All sorts of stuff from the members of the Discord. Not a stinker in here. Thank you to all those guys and gals that did that. And I listen, I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit narcissistic or whatever you say, but I got it. This is more of a thank you to them. And this really spruced up my pants here. I got this. I got this in the mail about 2 months ago, and it's the greatest award I have ever won. Excellence in Community Broadcasting Award presented to Joey Royale, sponsored by the Fairhaven Rotary Club. I cried when I got this. My wife's like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" I said, "You wouldn't understand." And I showed it to her. She goes, "I kind of understand." So that was a win. So much love to all my pals in the Discord. It's been a great place. Don't worry, we're gonna live with all that stuff. You know, I don't know about the age verification. What are you gonna do? 8:15. I got do this some other time. These are killing me. The Exalted Funeral cards, the playing cards I got at PAX. I haven't cracked them yet, but we'll do that together. But I got a hard out at 9, so let's go right into wisdom check. I've been peeking into those pink curly things in your head that look like macaroni salad, your brain. And we're going to tap into that a little bit. First, let's start with, as we always do, to the Oracle. The best way to do it. Tarot's going to be a theme in this today, so we're going to talk about it. But here we go. I pulled this like 5 minutes before I logged onto the Zoom, and we pulled an amazing card for all of us. Oh, the best card. Seriously, it's the best card I could have pulled tonight or tomorrow or the day before. And it's the Three of Cups. Gooey. Look at that guy. Julius Sneezer. That's a great one. Julius Sneezer. Genius. Here he goes. Upright. Friends. Rascals. Ruffians. That's you guys. Lend me your tissues. Asking for help from others is the best way to get what you want now. No one can do everything by themselves 100% of the time, and I learned that the hard way. Sometimes collaboration is necessary. Embrace the advice and expertise of others. Reach out to a friend if you need help. I've always been insulated when I make stuff. It's always been tough for me to stretch out and say, yeah, I'll work on this with you because I got my own thing. But seriously, you add a little bit of your friend's spice into it, it makes the dish so much more delicious and exotic. You need that spice of friendship. If not, it's bland. You're eating a lettuce sandwich. Speaking of, I told you about this before. I am very self-conscious of my painting, but I love to paint. And Tiger Wiz is like, we're doing this Mouse Ritter thing. I said, great, all right, I'll write a couple of things. He's like, no, you're painting, bro. You're going to be doing some of your paintings for the pamphlet. I said, I can't paint. I painted ghosts and silly stuff. He goes, no, you're going to do it. And I'm sitting down here like a student actually working on it instead of throwing it together. I also learned that from my man, Wolf Manzella, who's coming on, who is pushing himself as an illustrator. And it's amazing to see what he's been doing lately. I'm going to get to him soon. Hold on. Don't get impatient. I'm a little impatient. I didn't eat, and I went to a birthday party last night, and they let us go home. I don't know, maybe they felt bad for me with the leftovers. I got like a shrimp boil upstairs, and it's making me mad. I was at the party. I'm looking at the crawfish in the crab legs, and my wife's like, "You're a sicko." I said, "What are you talking about? You're a sicko." She goes, "I know exactly what you're thinking about. You want to pocket those claws to add to your kit bashes in the basement." I said, "You're damn right, and that's why I married you, because you're a psychic." That's why I got so obsessed now with the kit bashing. I'm actually taking food from parties to make monsters out of them. Oh, it stinks. I gotta bleach them, but whatever. All right, Marcus Aurelius. I got some of the original guests on from the golden years, the beginning of Pizza Party. Zog, Josh, and Wolf. They've all been on before, way in the past. So I'm going back to Aurelius. Okay, here we go. This one goes out to my friend Brian Spellman. He reminded me this week. Keep in mind how fast things pass by and are gone. Those that are now and those to come. Existence flows past us like a river. The what is in constant flux. The why has 1,000 variations. Nothing is stable, not even what's right here. The infinity of past and future gapes before us, a chasm whose depths we cannot see. So I love this part. He's a wise guy. So it would take an idiot to feel self-importance or distress or any indignation either, as if the things that irritate us lasted. Bow! I needed this. Oh, jeez, almost knocked my guitar. I needed this. This is all temporary, everything. And that's good and it's bad. There's going to be an empty seat at your table eventually, whether it's your gaming table or your Sunday night dinner table. The people you love are going to die. You're going to meet new friends, though. We were talking in the Get Haunted Discord about, as like parents and even at the gaming table when your friends pass, about the last time. I think it always focuses on the last times. When's the last time? It's the last time this. It's the last time we played this game together. Or it's the last time I had to buy diapers. You know? You never realize how the ping. But then I started to think about it. We forget about the first. There's always first, too. There's always going to be last. But for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. There's always going to be first. And we focus so much on the nostalgia, the bad nostalgia of the last times, we forget that there's new stuff coming. Yeah, my kid's not a cute little tiny kid I can carry around anymore. He's a 6'2" madman obsessed with spray painting, Jenkos, and skateboarding. And I'm tossing vape pens out the window. But I'm also having a great time going out to dinner with him and talking about 3-6 Mafia. I couldn't do that when he was 3. Those are the first. There's always good stuff that are coming. All right? Who's laughing over there? So, all right. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to get into this more. But do me a favor. I found this in a pile of stuff from Gen Con a couple of years ago. This guy was going around passing these things out. I opened it up when I was organizing some stuff. Jesus, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm only gonna drop it now because of time, and we'll talk about it next one. But do yourself a favor. Look up New Simulationism, a Manifesto. This is by a gentleman named Sam Sorensen, who is passing these out for free. This was revised in 2023, came out in 2023 in Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. This is the layout, every page, but it is the philosophy of gaming, and I love it. It's deep. I'm going to read the first one. This is all you need to know. The fictional world is supreme. This is all about running and playing games. The GM is a referee, not an author. They are too subservient to the fictional world. He really plays upon the fictional world being the ruler of your game and existing within that. Really, really deep, awesome, quick read. So, that being said, the hat comes off, new haircut. You should have seen the kitchen on Sunday. It looked like Cousin It exploded. So, that's it. I had to get cleaned up. I got a pelt on the back. What are you going to do? Speaking of pelts on the back, what a segue. Neon Toxic Wasteland, come on in. Buddy.
Hey, yo.
I've talked to you twice in the past 2 months, and it breaks my heart. You are working your tail off to support your family and to support Super Savage Systems. I love you. How you been?
Good. Hanging in there.
Yeah, hanging in. What do you got for us tonight, Coachies?
Well, this is like the greatest thing going on right now that nobody's talking about.
Oh.
So what, if you could think of, what's the greatest Happy Meal toy that ever existed?
Interchangeables.
Yes. And did you know they're back right now?
Yeah. Listen to me. No joke. I found out today because the kid had it at lunch. You got the Boo Basket. Oh, my God. Everything
That's what I'm saying.
I
got the Boo Basket. I mean, we got a lot of them because they wanted the T-Frex.
Yeah.
The Happy Meal dinosaur. So we had to get a couple to get. But the Boo Bot came. We got it. We hit it.
That's the best one. Because what they're doing is they got they touch upon some of the old ones, the hits, and they've expanded it by a lot. There's a lot. There's like 12 of them or something.
16.
Oh, that's a lot of
I got the list. I got the list up so we can look at it. But yeah,
my kid's gonna be 600 pounds by the summer.
I know that's
changeables.
Yeah, got to get the changeables. Well, we hit it. I got the Boo Bot, and then we got the T-Frex. So
beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That reminded me, I got to go out and get some of those.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's whoever's doing like this, like nostalgia marketing at McDonald's is nailing it.
Yeah. So hey, when you go, is it a random pull or like in the old days, every week it was different?
So I'm pretty sure it's every week because with the boo buckets, like it was every week had a specific one.
Okay.
But I could be wrong, and it might depend on the McDonald's.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm starving. Well, no, I'm gonna do the shrimp. I'll
Oh,
get
you know
the
what you need to
McDonald's.
do? Do you ever get a daily double?
What like the sandwich?
Yes.
No, I don't eat a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah, but like you got to get something with the changeable, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You can get adult toys. Well, no, no, no.
No,
Can adult? Jesus.
I don't know.
Go
Oh,
ahead. Oh,
you could
I
literally
blew
do
it.
anything. Like Happy Meal wise, I guarantee you could probably change it to a daily double.
All right, all right. And that's a double cheeseburger.
It is not. Well, it is, but it has mayonnaise and lettuce on it. Forgo the. It is better than it sounds, but it forgo. Well, you're from New England. You guys love mayonnaise on hamburgers.
No, no. Some New Englanders do. Come on. Yeah, no. I prefer chowder. You're gonna make broad things about New England now. I dip my burgers in chowder.
So okay, well I forgot. Oh yeah, so it's like mayonnaise and lettuce instead of the Big Mac sauce with two
Come
patties.
on.
It's good. It is good. Now
All
you
right,
make
the
it
daily
sound like
double.
it's
I'll
weird.
try it. I got a cat running around down here. They left the door open.
What's
Come
the
on, get
cat's
out of
name?
here. I'm
What
trying
cat?
to get famous. The
What's
cat?
the cat? Yeah,
This is Vinny.
that's a good
This
cat
is
name.
Vincenzo.
Great.
Vinny the cat. Yeah, yeah. Stop smoking. Jesus, I can't take this thing anywhere. All right, that's beautiful. Tell me about Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, Neon Bastards. You never, I don't know, you come on here, you never talk about your own stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Everywhere else, you're talking about your stuff. Come on. They want to know.
Yeah, so like the first Tuesday of April, we're gonna launch Neon Bastards, the Morkborg rules for Neon Lords.
Okay.
So it's A5, 3 zines, maybe 4, with the stretching of the goals and all that stuff that's going to fit in the battle binder. And I probably should have had one up here.
You should have had the battle binder. It's one of the coolest things in the world.
A5 size, totally not a trapper keeper.
Yeah.
I don't know what the technical term, the industry term for a Velcroed enclosed 3-ring binder.
Journal binder.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And you got skirmish rules in that too?
Skirmish rules are out. They've been out for a little bit. I'll get you a copy.
Well, this is the thing. I can't keep up. Like,
I know.
I'm looking at your Patreon. Folks, if you want to invest in the Patreon, this guy basically gives you about $4,000 worth of stuff every month. It's a zine. Like, you actually get a magazine every month.
Yeah. It used to be a newsletter and a magazine, and an adventure. I combined it into a magazine, a la the Disney Adventures magazines from the 90s. They were the Reader's Digest size. You're probably
I
too
got
old.
Wolf is in the green room nodding and saying, "Wow,
Wolf's the right age for it. You're too old for it." I think I was borderline too old because I was looking at like ones from like 95 that I had a subscription to it. And I was like, no, I couldn't have been 95 because I was like 13. So I think I was 11. So is that 93? Yeah, so
let's do a whole bunch of math. That's what everybody likes.
I know, it's so stupid, but yeah, so I was like, it's really cool. So, and then I took the idea of that and then getting like famous-ish people that I know and then putting them into like the Neon Lords background, because on the covers of Disney Adventures, they had like Steve Urkel with like Sebastian from Little Mermaid, like superimposed together. So I'm doing the same thing. So this
awesome.
Next issue, we have Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre interview. Yep. And then the weekend or the month after that, Mr. Joey Royale is going to be on the cover.
That guy's a jerk. I emailed you, by the way, to say that stuff.
I saw it. I can't wait to read it. I was like, oh, I gotta wait and sit down and actually read it.
I had fun. Well, good job, man.
Before real quick, but all those questions are from original Disney Adventures.
Oh, I was wondering. Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, but yeah.
Well, listen, I know you're working your tail off lately, and you're still keeping the neon shining, so keep up the good work, buddy. Don't work too hard.
Oh, I definitely won't.
All right, let's bring in some friends, all right? Hey, Elena, knock the cutlet out of Wolf's mouth and tell him to come downstairs, please. Where is he?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, one of my close personal friends, one of my first guests I've ever had, and a true inspiration for a lot of the work that I did. Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Manzella. I met Wolf way back long ago when he came out with Macabre. What year was this, Wolf?
That came out maybe 2020, 2021.
Like this guy's first zine that I was aware of, DCC, right? Is your first zine for gaming? Interior art. Bradley McDevitt, Carmen Vance, Jogo Nogueira, Scott Weigels, Walter Egan. Come on. This guy just went for the fences right away. This really struck a chord with me. And now, oh my God, this is for, fans of Castlevania, fans of monsters. Wolf always gets the Monster Kid thing right. He's a fellow Monster Kid. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after people were knocking down the door for this. I'm not joking. This is insane. One of the best things that have come out in years. That's not Joey hyperbole. I friggin' love this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Dick Wizards.
Yeah.
Dick Wizards. Let's go. Elevator pitch so they don't think I'm a pervert.
Dick Wizards is you are playing your wizards, your low-level apprentice wizards. You are in the city of Providence. You're defeating Lovecraftian nonsense. We're not allowed to swear, right? Because I'm trying to not.
Do whatever you want.
No, I don't want to. I don't want. We'll keep.
No, it's okay.
No,
nothing is real. Everything is permitted.
It's all a fugazi.
Yeah, you're low-level wizard. You're trying to solve crimes in big city of Providence. It's very close to home. Write what you know. That's very
absolutely.
That's my advice to everybody out there.
It is. I say it all the time. Write what you know. I know the suburbs and the Stop and Shop down the street. It's all I can write, and I love it. That's right. What you know. The best. Okay, what am I? There's a lot of great things in this, but I got to touch upon this. You have some beautiful tables, and I love Bugsy Chianti as the mayor of your Providence. So, if for those of you not attuned to the Providence, New England scene, Buddy Cianci, one of the greatest mayors in Providence of all time, arrested. I think
he's a crook.
He's a total damn crook. Like, there's no joke. It's like on paper, federal prison put a cigar out in a guy's face, and this is like the 1990s. I'm not talking about you know the old days, the gangsters, the Untouchables. This guy was right down the street at J.C. Penney. Yeah,
I work at City Hall in Providence, so I have I work. There's one other guy in my office, and we have a painting. We have a shot of Buddy. It's hanging up in there. So in my game,
you can still buy his marinara and Stop and Shop.
Yeah, I got it in the pantry right now.
Yeah.
When I run my games of Dick Wizards, it is Buddy. I always run it as Buddy.
Yeah, sure.
For in-game purposes, Bugsy Chianti, he is for all intents and purposes, he is this weirdo ex-mayor of Providence, and he has a lot to do with the creation of the Dick Wizard, program that's going on that the heroes are doing. But I'm gonna slowly get into that with supplements. So I'm gonna tease some things.
Are these still available? Is this version still available?
Yes. So that is the limited edition. That is the only edition that is available. I printed 123 of them, gold embossed. There are about 50 copies left. It is.
Get them while you can. Tell them about this.
Every single copy that you get, I'm going to grab a tarot deck. I'm going to, if I know who you are, I'm going to think about who you are, and I'm going to shuffle through that tarot deck. I really do. I think about you long, think about you, and then I pull that top card. I don't look at it. I tuck it in there. I put it in there with you get a little note from the city that describes, if you want to be like a Dick Wizard or not. I put a little personal note in there. You always get one of those from me. And everyone gets a tarot card. And I hope that it makes you I hope it hits you in some way. I hope it tells you something. People have been reaching out with a lot of cool ones saying that they're like, I can't believe I got this card. And that's awesome to me. That's kind of what I want.
It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, he thinks about you long and hard and puts the tarot card in the Dick Wizards. I got the card I needed. It was the card. It just struck me. It was the three of coins, the pentacles, and it really is touching. Now the tarot card is not just a cool gimmick.
No, no, no. It is 100% part of the spell system. So the entire game is pretty simple. Like the basic mechanics, I wanted to keep simple, but casting spells, I wanted to have something like me and you. We come from Dungeon Crawl Classics. Like
Yeah,
that's big inspiration, and wizards are my favorite class. So I had to create like a magic system that was going to be just weird and cool, and definitely causes like a lot of chaos and uncontrollable bullshit. So
and player freedom.
Yes.
That's I think one of the greatest qualities of what you created. The freedom to cast any spell you want to an extent, right?
Right. Yes. The 100% creativity, like from the players. Like when I'm running a game, like that's what I want. I want people to invest. I want them to create their own spells. And you can create any spell you can think of. Literally, it's the more creative you can be at the table, like the more powerful you are. It doesn't break the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of self-balancing because the more you use magic, the more it's going to kind of mess with you. But yeah, no, man, it's creativity. It's why we do this, right? It's why we do this stuff.
I would also say it is a great study in balance, because the class, there's one class, it's wizards,
right?
But within that, the variability and the freedom and the agency you give both the judge and the player is something really beautiful. It's what initially attracted me to DCC as well when I first started playing it. The openness of it and the willingness to let some things slide, but in doing so, yeah, sure, you could ask for any spell you want, but somebody's going to echo back from the darkness. Yeah, but there's a price, and you captured that really nicely. And listen, I'll tell you, Dick Wizards, it's a great name. It sounds funny, but this is not like a slapstick book.
No,
at all. This is great. This is quality stuff. Not that slapstick isn't quality. I love myself a little Mo, Larry, and Curly, but this is more than a clever title. This is something
it's a
really
legit
special.
game. It's a legit game.
It's a legit game.
Right. I think,
and it's a legit journey of you as a visual artist.
Yes, yes. I mean, your Discord has a lot to do with that.
Does it really?
Of course.
Tell me more. Does it really? Oh,
the drawing club. Shout out to the drawing club on Joey's Discord. If you're not a part of Joey's Discord, someone drop that thing in the chat, because that is the place to be. It is the most wonderful, creative, just like uplifting bunch of people on the internet.
It's a great crew.
Period.
So they started a drawing club. It's the WHPA Drawing Club.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I forgot who actually started. It started it was one of the first things on the Discord. But basically, there's prompts.
Yep.
And people just put forth their prompts. It's been incredible to see the progression of people's styles and their skill, and their take on the prompts themselves. It's beautiful what people are creating. We also have, while we're plugging that, right now for February, we're doing Cheap Freaks, right? Cheap Freaks Kit Bash Challenge. So with $10, I ask you to go with the maximum of $10. Go to the dollar store, buy a bunch of stuff, and then stick it all together to make your own cheap freak, like a monster that would appear in Fairhaven. I got a workbench. I got like 6 of them. I went nuts, and it's still from the original $10. And my dog walks, like pine cones and cigarette butts that I find on the ground and syringes. It's great. So yeah, it's good stuff. So Wolf, I'm so proud of you. You're not one of these guys that put something out every month. You're like the connoisseur. You wait.
He's wait for Quentin Tarantino.
He's what?
Quentin Tarantino.
You're a feet guy.
Here's some advice to people. Don't announce stuff until you're ready, or
you learned that, huh?
That's
they were busting on you so bad. When's it coming? Every day. Hey, I'm working over here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'll come when I come."
Yeah,
the Dick Wizards will come when it comes.
Yeah. That's right.
They were there,
and it came, and it's a beautiful thing. So thank you for putting forth that effort. You made a beautiful project.
So
thank you very much.
You have to name.
Go ahead.
I was saying he has to name it Dick Wizards 2 Rock Hard, the second one.
I have some pretty ridiculous names for some supplements, but
I think this crew could spend a good 2 hours talking about sequel names. but I digest. I'm gonna bring. Hey, stick around, Wolf, will you?
Oh yeah.
We'll put the link in there. Check out Dick Wizards. Get them. Get the gold ones while they're hot. They're beautiful. They're individually numbered. He signs them, and you get a
Yep.
special tarot card just for you. And they hit. I'm not the only one. You should see the comments of like, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous. This is the card that's been talking to me lately." It's very neat. Now, woo, the hunky punk, all the way from up north. This guy was one of my first guests, and man, has he influenced me. Ladies and gentlemen, from a small, quiet town, because it is a very elusive sighting, now sporting lovely locks. Look at this guy. Woo! We don't need makeup for him. Zog is back. We are returning to Crater Valley, baby. Elena, could you let this guy in? Zog, I love you. I have missed you. And you always rock my mind. When this banger first came out, it changed everything in Joey Royale's world. This is what I was looking for an experience. And I got to tell you, this is a cornerstone of my journey with Weird Heroes of Public Access. This was a huge powder keg for me. Thank you. This is a gift. This is a gift to gamers like me, to creators like me. Man, and it's an honor to have you back on the show. You look great. The hair's healthy. You conditioned. Look, you got the pipes. You got the whole 9 yards. Hey, Hollywood. How you been, pal?
I'm doing great. It's so good to be back, Joe, and thank you for your kind words. I mean, it's been honestly, there's I think a feedback loop, positive feedback loop going on because WHPA. I was a backer, of course, and loved the game. I played it 2 weeks ago and had an awesome time. A friend of mine said, "Hey, you're going to be on Joy Royale's show. You should do it in character as your character from WHPA
Who was your character?
my character was the host of a weightlifting called the Raw Blast Power Hour, and but really like he's got this macho weightlifting persona, but he's a totally pathetic guy in real life who works in a toothpaste factory, and we had a really good time with it. But yeah, I mean likewise when I was writing Return to Crater Valley, it was something that all the time I've spent digesting WHPA was really in my mind as well, and I love the way that you give so much depth to that setting, and it was something that definitely inspired me as I was working on this sequel and getting ready to bring more Crater Valley into the world. So
this is what I'm talking about. This is what the card today was all about. Collaborate.
yeah,
Work with
exactly.
your friends. So
For
it's
sure.
currently live, and we're gonna put the link in the chat.
Yeah, live on
You have
Kickstarter
15
now.
days left. We're almost there. I backed
Yeah.
it immediately. Okay? So this is a sequel. We're returning to Crater Valley. We're using the DCC system. Give us the elevator pitch, Mr. Zod.
Sure, yeah. So this is a sequel, but it stands alone. So you're not taking characters forward
Yep.
from your previous game. You are making new characters. The previous characters can show up. That if you're a returning player from Blackout and Crater Valley, your characters can show up as NPCs or as random encounters. But you're making a new set of teenagers. This one's set in the 1990s, and there's going to be some additional character classes that are that augment because a big part of Blackout and Crater Valley was creating your teenage characters, your misfits, your punks, and fleshing out your crew of friends as you experience the adventure and go through. And of course, many of them die. And I think a big part of Blackout and Crater Valley that I wanted to bring forward to Return to Crater Valley is that feeling of like you just get instantly people get attached to their teenage characters, and there's mechanics in there to build those connections between the characters. So it's you make your character, but then there's party entanglement as well. So somebody might be somebody's ex-partner, or somebody, the two of you guys found a dead body in the woods when you were kids or whatever. So there's ways that these characters are connected. So it's a funnel, but I think traditionally DCC, the funnel idea is like you get these characters, don't get attached because they're going to die, and I really reject that. I think no, you want the players to be as attached as possible, because when they die it's so much more dramatic and exciting at the table.
Agree. I agree.
And that's part of the fun. So Return to Crater Valley, again, it takes place in Crater Valley 10 years forward in the future. The cult of the mask has been kind of working in the background. And I don't want to spoil things from the original game if people haven't played it, but assuming that your characters defeated the mask in part one, you think things have gone back to normal, but they haven't, and the cult has just sort of spread throughout the town, and really it's a combination of things. So I guess part of the pitch is the first half of the game is really a bit of a point crawl. And when I wrote the first game, I thought this is basically a railroad. Characters are going to go to the basic places that I would expect them to. And of course, when I ran it, it didn't work that way. People went wherever they wanted, and so there was always exploration of the town that I didn't expect. So I really wanted with this one to expand on that sandbox setting. And Crater Valley, there's going to be loads and loads of key locations. There's going to be a map included where everything from the grocery store to the arcade to the post office, those are going to be locations with NPCs associated with them, numbers on the map, so it's going to be player facing and easy to interact with, and really encourage players to okay, these are the things that happen now. What do you do? Where would your characters go? And so the first half of the game is really all about the point crawl, figuring out what happened. A young boy has gone missing. He will be the younger brother of one of the characters in the party, but you're trying to figure out where he's disappeared from this tournament in an arcade, and where did he go, and how is the game involved. And so as you unravel that mystery, it's going to the sort of funnel the characters towards the next phase of the adventure, which is really a dungeon crawl where they go into a virtual reality maze, and it's at that point they will take on the persona of the DCC character classes and assume the role of a level 1 warrior or wizard or thief or elf, and explore this maze, trying to find their friend that's lost in this maze, and all the trouble that they're going to encounter. It's very kind of science fantasy, the setting in the maze. So it really is it's almost like a 2-part adventure with also a bit of a source book aspect to it, because I really try to expand on the Crater Valley setting and give lots of tools for people to sort of play with it and make it their own.
When I think of Crater Valley, I always think of My Town meets what is it? The Night of the Comet. There's a Night of the Comet cult, but they're adding a cult element, and that's peanut butter and spaghetti for me. I love that. That is so awesome, and I love that you're expanding to it, sort of that sandbox approach. Are you using are you going back to the same art team that you used in I just read when I was reading this last night again. I saw Sally Cantorino was part of this too.
And Sally will be back for part 2.
Awesome.
We've got Pontus Bjorlin is going to be back. Eric Rady is back. Definitely many returning artists coming back. But I also have got some art in the works coming from Benjamin Mara. I dropped some of his art on the Kickstarter page and on my Instagram. And so there's going to be lots of great art. I'm actually probably going to be doing a bit more art for this myself. On this one, I did the map in the last one, and definitely there'll be a new map for this one, and I'll probably throw some more illustrations of my own in there. But so it's going to be loaded with art and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, it's been lots of fun to work on it. Happy to have it out there on Kickstarter, and hopefully people can see the link there in the chat and support it, because it's live now. So yeah.
And eventually we will get a game on the calendar.
Yes,
you tried valiantly, and
yes.
we all were throwing grenades around left and right, but we will get a play test in. I friggin' love you. I love what you do. This is right up all of our alleys, amongst all of us here in Spaghetti Land. So go ahead and support that now. It's got 15 days left, and he's just about to cross the finish line. I love this, and thank you for coming back, Zog, and being such a cool person.
Thanks for having me back. Pleasure to be here.
We're going now. This is man, I love this episode. It's all the wonderful, nice people from the beginnings. We're coming all back around. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, we got the Neon Lord. This is the glow-in-the-dark kid. We got, from Crimson Adder Curiosities, a real sweetheart of a chap, Josh Yoder. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh, I was thinking of you because I pulled this out and I was rereading this, your original, H2O Apocalypse, as I was sipping a Sunkist from my Dr. Funk / Suffering Bastard original Orchids of Hawaii tiki mug. I bring this up because Josh did an awesome WHPA adventure, Murder at the Mahalo, that takes place at a tiki bar. And if you know Joey Royale, I love tiki culture, and I love dark Chinese restaurants where you can sip on something like this and time travel. How you been, pal?
Good. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading my new favorite zine, Dick Wizards.
Hey.
We're all passing around the same $20 bill, I tell you. I love it. Now, you have been very prolific. You are moving and shaking. You've been hitting cons. You've been everywhere. You've been really pushing it to the limit, as they say. I really admire your drive. You have always bring along an inclusive air to you where everybody is welcome, not accepted, but embraced and welcomed at your table. You make that clear, and I love that, and you make things fun. What do you got on the hot plate tonight, you crazy son of a gun?
All right, so I was so lucky and honored to be able to get Tiger Wizard to do art on the upcoming Dungeon Death zine currently on Kickstarter right now.
Perfect partnership.
And Zog, we must be on like the same zeitgeist or just like riding the same like wave right now, because literally what you do is you play 90s teenagers trapped in a Zelda-like video game, playing the Shadow Dark classes and trying to find a way out. And the cool thing is, with rules like games and the OSR, it's so easy to transfer that stuff. So I can't wait to get your game so that I can have that as the precursor to then switch people to Dungeon Death.
It all comes together.
So exciting to me.
That is so cool. Now, I love Shadow Dark. I love Kelsey. I love all the crew. What drove you to Shadow Dark? What are the qualities there that really inspired you?
Yeah, so to be honest, I think it's very streamlined. It's easy. To me, Shadow Dark's really easy to get people into the hobby. I was doing this paid DMing for a while, and
cool.
So I was going to bars, I was running games for people, and I found like when you have someone coming from 5e, or when you have when you're going to a store and you want to grab someone in, the easy, especially someone who's really into fantasy, they can bring the dice they have. Let's just play this game. It's lighter. I just ran for 4 12-year-olds. I ran a Shadow Dark game.
Wow.
It was the first. The guys watched Stranger Things. They wanted to play. The parents called me up. I was like, let's go down to the basement. And I'll run a game for them. And it was so easy just to get them into there and get started and develop characters. So
that's what I'm talking about, man. You open that door to people and let them enjoy the magic of role-playing games. I've seen you run games and you're animated. You make it easy to embrace the environment. And once again, it's like, this is the theme here. All of you guys, including Neon Lord, have taken something that already existed and completely blew it up into your own thing. And I think I love that. I love that. I love marching to your own drum, not just to be a freak and to be different, but like, because you're writing what you know. And once you write what you know, you're bulletproof. Play off your experiences. You don't need to invent this complicated thing. Just throw up whatever's in your head. Sculpt it nicely, polish it up, and you got a beautiful look. I never would have met any of you were it not for gaming, with the exception of Wolf. I mean, I'm eating noodles down the street from the State House. I'm with Timmy D from City Hall, and in walks Wolf. So I might have met you because you live kind of close, and we're both in the soupy circuit, so you never know. But seriously, everybody out there who's feeling lost or you feel alone, I swear to God on my mother's eyes, you're not alone. There's other people like you out there. There's always going to be other people out there. You're not the only one going through what you're doing. And I'll tell you what, role-playing games have been great therapy to explore who you are inside and out as an artist, as an entertainer, and everything in between. And the four of you have lifted up my life so much. I was so excited to be on this show tonight to revisit some of you too, because it's hard. We're talking about the last and the first. I haven't seen some of you guys in a long time. Christ, Neon Lord's like my brother, and I literally have talked to you twice, probably since Christmas. Not because we got beef, but life gets crazy. You got a crazy job. I got a crazy job. Those are both killing us. We got families. Everything's going on. But I'm so, just take this moment to smell the old spice in the room. And Elena, I got to thank you for kicking me in the pants saying, when's the next pizza party? Folks, sometimes you just got to reach out to your friend and say that. When's the next thing that you're doing? That was enough for me. That was a catalyst, Elena. You might have thought that was just a little email. That was a catalyst, that little wick that got me out of a well. And I love you, and I can't thank you for enough like that. A lot of people, everybody, are suffering right now. You need to reach out and call your friends. Text them if you want. But where's my sticker I did? Call you. This is the thing. Sometimes you get them in the WHPA packs. Call your friends while you can. This will always be a free sticker for us in Fairhaven. We got to wrap up because some of us have to go do stuff, and I appreciate that. You're helping out your families. I'm going to be back next month, all right? And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. I got new friends coming. Before we zone out, one piece of media that you've all digested lately that you want to share with everybody out in Spaghetti Land. Neon Lord.
I've been busy, but new Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering spoilers.
Good. That's a good one. Zog.
I mean, that's a really good question. I think the newest Atlantean Sword album has been a big inspiration for me. That's been on a heavy rotation for me. So Atlantean Sword.
I love the name. I never heard of them. What's the genre, if you will?
It's Dungeon Synth. I think it's about it's about as good as it gets for Dungeon Synth.
Okay. We'll check that out. Yoder.
All right. So I'll do two. I'll do music and a movie. The new Deathstalker, same guy did Psycho Gorman and The Void. It's phenomenal. You got, just watch it. Just watch it.
I'm hearing very good things about that. That's in my queue. Thank you.
Patton Oswalt plays the Goblin. You can't miss it. And I saw the same weekend. My wife and I saw the Lambrini Girls, and then we went and saw the Vagger Boys in Philly. So you got me thinking about that weekend. So Lambrini Girls. I've been listening to their stuff.
Ben Mazzucchelli at that one? Was that with the was it the Viagra Boys with the all girl
Die Spitz? Yeah.
Oh my God, that's another one. Die Spitz. If you haven't listened to Die Spitz, check them out. That show sounded amazing. Mazzucchelli was there. Wolf Manzella.
Two things. I got something for the Neon Lord right here. I don't know if you can see this. This is Isotope number 9 official.
Oh, nice.
Avenger cologne. I'm going to Total Con. I'm going to be smelling delicious.
You're going to Total Con. I'll see you Saturday. Oh my God. What's the bouquet? What's the theme?
Oh, it's a little summery actually. It's little citrus notes. So it's more of a summertime scent, but I think right now with all this goddamn snow, it makes it feel like summertime. Perfect.
Yeah, bring it on.
Listen, put a bunch on. I'm going to be there Saturday with my son, Paula Cthulhu, and we're going to come up and we'll all smell your neck. All right?
I'll be there.
Hey, just Joey's smelling the neck.
Not the kids. Thank you. Yeah. There goes my job.
I'll be there.
Hey, kids, come here. Yep. Smell Uncle Wolf's neck or I'll slap you. Yeah. All right, what's number 2?
Number 2, recently I went to go see Ghost at Mohegan Sun.
Oh, my nephew went. Little Ozzy went to that too.
Two things about the show. One, it was they took everyone's cell phones and you couldn't have a cell phone in the show.
Good.
And I almost cried, not because of the band, but because when they came out, there's no opening band. They just came out and they started playing.
Yeah.
I look to the left of me. There's a guy I've never met in my life. We look at each other. The floor is shaking. We both have a huge smile on our face. We're there to see this bunch of weirdos in a band. I almost cried. It was just the celebration of creativity. It's why we do these things. If you're out there and you're a creator, create some shit. Let's do it. Let's go.
I will back you up. I've seen them 3 times. I haven't even listened to their new album, but listen, whether you're a Ghost fan or not, it is a wonderful production. It exactly like you said, Wolf, I couldn't say it better. The creativity of that band and what that guy has made, the characters, the lore, not taking himself too seriously and having a decent reputation as a human while doing really cool stuff. Chef's kiss, baby. I couldn't agree more.
And if you're looking for one more recommendation.
Yeah, go ahead, Meatball
Early
Man.
90s hip-hop, I've been listening to a lot of Black Sheep.
Yes, I've been listening to a lot of early '90s hip hop. Gangstar. We had we were up to 4 o'clock in the morning Monday night watching old Juvenile videos, and his new Tiny Desk concert is amazing. With
Really?
Manny Fresh and Juvenile, Chef's Kiss. Great.
Okay.
For me, Begonia.
Ooh.
I watched this movie Begonia. I'm
Oh.
still not right. I'm still
Mhm.
walking funny. It blows your mind. I'm not going to say anything about it. Watch it. That's it. Watch Begonia or you're nuts. All right? Listen, we got to go. Hard stop at 9 o'clock. I love you all. We're alive again. Fight the power. Get out there. Support your friends. Draw stuff. Glue stuff together. Get your fingers stuck together. Write something. Take a picture. Go for a walk. Eat a sandwich. But whatever you do, please just get out of bed and keep going. We need you. We love you. I love you. I love you all. From my family to yours. Ciao, paisans. Joey loves you, baby. Good night.